Welcome, you have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be Divorce in the Black, a Prime Video original. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. Let's go over the cast. You got Megan Good plays as Ava, she's the lead. Corey Hardwick plays as Dallas. Joseph Lee Anderson plays as Benji. Taylor Williams plays as Rona. And Shannon Wallace plays as Jim. Richard Lawson plays as Clarence, which is the dad and the pastor of Ava, and Debbie Morgan plays as Jean. That's pretty much. And then you have Ursula Robinson plays as Linda, and then there's three random brothers. This movie, man, listen, first off, let me get this out the way. Shout out to Tyler Perry for always giving people opportunities to at least get on film and show their talent and market certain actresses or actors that may don't get their just due, and they do a Tyler Perry film, they get their just due being the lead and stuff like that. So this particular film is Megan Good's turn to being a Tyler Perry film where she's the lead, kind of like what he did for what's her name, Taraji P Henson, made her the lead, and then she kind of took off when he gave her the lead in that film that he did. Hopefully this does the same for Megan Good, but only difference is back then those movies that he was doing was going into theater. As of late, his movies are going straight to streaming, whether it's Netflix or now we see Prime. Now, also what I noticed ever since Tyler had been doing his movies like on his studio, it seemed like the movie quality has gotten a little cheaper. You know, the scenes where they like the house scenes look, I don't want to say generic, but it just don't look real. It looked like the scene, you could tell it's on the studio. It's not at a real place. Now, some of the footage that they showed, like when they out in the country and stuff like that, that showed like it could be real, but a lot of that stuff, it just looked like you could tell they on the studio. Like the quality is kind of bootlegish or whatever. So I noticed that when I watched one of those Tyler Perry movies on Netflix, movie he had, forgot which one it was, but I noticed it on there. Nevertheless, this movie is about Ava. She's been married to Dallas since teenage years, and pretty much Dallas has I think four other brothers. One, the movie starts off, one is passed. They pretty much been a terror in the town, along with their mom, who's pretty much leading her sons into doomsday. She doesn't care for Ava. Never thought Ava was good enough for her son, but the son and his brothers has been terrors in the town, but Ava stuck with them through the years. So it's pretty much from Ava 17 to now she's 37. So the film picks up with at Dallas's brother's funeral, and Ava's father, who's a pastor, he doesn't care for their family too much, so he pretty much went in on the brother at the funeral, and it caused a big commotion, and it was bold. It was supposed to be impactful, but the mom had basically said, "We're not here for hand-me-downs," so she took her clothes off that they gave her for the funeral, pretty much saying they didn't want the funeral, and told her boys to take the dead body out of the casket, and they'd carry the body back and bury the body in their home. And where they lived at was like a trailer park, and they put the dead body in the back of the casket, the back of the pickup truck, and carried it home and buried it. So you see the abusive nature of Dallas. Pretty much looked at Ava like, you'd embarrass me for the last time, pretty much. So she has her friend who's her ride or die friend. You know how her friend is, trying to support her. And Dallas is drinking, and then he pretty much told Ava, like, I want a divorce. They was at a dinner, and at this time, uh, Ava had wrote this note of all the bad stuff he did to her over the years, and I guess she wrote it for an event. Something happened. It was always documented and stuff. And so when he went to get the divorce, he wanted a divorce. It kind of crushed her. In walks Benji. He used to mess with her when he was young, teenager, just before he got uh, older, big, strong, started to wrestle. And the brothers hopped on Benji when he was younger or whatever. And you can automatically see that's going to be her love interest. And so Ava took the letter that she had and went to see her family. Her dad's a preacher and a mom, and they live like an hour and a half away from where she stays. And she goes and see them out in the country, and she basically get some time away and get her bearings together. The mom reads the letter, finds out how much she went through, and pretty much told her she wasn't raised like that. That they didn't tell the dad because the dad would want to go off. And so what the dad did was show her videos of how she used to enjoy life and before she got with him. And then when it showed her all the videos of when she linked with Dallas, she wasn't smiling a lot. So it kind of led her to embrace the divorce and move on with life. And then her and Benji had a moment. Now, some plot holes. Benji and Ava was at this fair, carnival, whatever, and someone took a picture of them and sent the picture to Dallas. It never really showed who took the picture, who was taking pictures, because it was another time they was at, they were at her divorce party, and somebody took another picture, sent it to Dallas. So we don't know. That was a plot hole, and so there's a lot of things with this film that it just came bootlegging. It didn't make sense. So needless to say, long story short, Dallas felt some tight way. She was messing with Benji, felt she was cheating on him the whole time. She wasn't. And then he started being a terror, pretty much said, I'm going to give you the opportunity to get back with me after he wanted a divorce. So start talking that nonsense. So the dad found out. So what Dallas did, he rode up on the mom, seen her at the store, gripped the mom up. Pretty much he's being a terror. And she went about her business, but the townspeople that worked at the store told the dad what happened. So he came home with his shotgun. Now he already came to Ava and told Ava she needed he installed a camera out to her home, pretty much told her, like, listen, you need to protect yourself. And he was an ex-Marine. Benji had some farm animals, and his farm animals was poisoned or whatever. So pretty much Dallas and his brothers being a terror. Now this is where it gets wonky. So you got the dad who's a pastor. He leaves. The mom is telling him, don't leave. They're gonna hurt you. The mom goes and calls the daughter who lives an hour and a half away. The dad is headed to go after Dallas and his brothers or whatever, because he put his hands on his wife, rightfully so. Now, what I didn't understand is that these are civilians. These ain't people part of the mob and gangs and all this. Why didn't them? And then it shows the mom and them, they're talking to the sheriff and all that. Like, why she didn't call 911 or whoever to saying where her husband was headed to. That's the part that didn't make no sense at all. These are civilians. These ain't people that's part of a gang and all that. So that part didn't make no sense. Nevertheless, the dad went over there, addressed Dallas. Dallas popped up, but his brothers was, but the brothers were waiting for him. and rode up on him. One of the brothers shot the dad in the leg, and then they beat the dad down with bats and all that. Then took his gun. Like, come on. Then just set him in the car. Man, that was nuts. So Ava popped up with Benji, and they grabbed the dad, took him, put him in the hospital. Then that's when they called the ambulance. He's in the hospital. The sheriff is there, pretty much like, well, they said Dallas didn't do it. There's no proof. And the dad is unconscious at the time, so he can't say who did what. So Ava speds off pretty much in her mind. She already put a PFA on Dallas to stay away from her. He was showing up to her job. So now this is where they took the smooth plot from, not the plot, scene from Salah Nathan movie with Michael Ealy, The Perfect Guy. So the end of The Perfect Guy, she couldn't really prove nothing. He framed her, and then the sergeant or detective told her pretty much, listen, put 3 bullets in the shotgun, one fake bullet and then a real bullet, fake bullet and a real bullet. Like, basically you giving him a chance, a warning to stay back, but you didn't, and put everything in place. So this what Ava did, pretty much talked this long dialogue with Dallas, pretty much said she's gonna go home and make love to Benji. So she knew he would show up. He did. He showed up with his gun. She had this dialogue with him, and she put herself pretty much in full risk with him, where he could have did anything to her. She let him beat on her a little bit, and then once she got her bearings, she pulled a shotgun on him and pretty much hurried up and called 911 and said, my ex-husband broke in and he's after me. And she shot and killed him. Then after she shot and killed him, the dad was ready to leave the hospital, and they walked past the mom and 2 of the brothers, and they selling wolf tickets. And she pretty much said, the one thing you know about good people, you shouldn't push them too far. You need to let this go. And the mom was pretty much like, you killed my son. And then one of the sons was shot. So man, it's, I mean, shout out to Tyler Perry, giving people opportunity to, display their talents. But this was written, it could have been written way better. Maybe he giving other people a chance, to write and put their stuff out there, but they could have written this way better. Because really kind of, in a sense, it was a pointless movie. It didn't really push anything. I don't know what anybody really would get out of that. Maybe they was in a marriage and they got to find themselves again, this life again after a long marriage. I could go with that. But other than that, it could have been way better. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Out of my 4-star rating system, I'm going to give this a 1.5 out of 4 stars. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.